Hey folks, we are back live at imdeveloper.live. I said live twice there. I was trying to just say I am developer live once, but that's all good. My name is Nick Taylor, your host, and today I'm hanging out with, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly, Cat. Is it Cat Ballar?
Ballar.
Ballar. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
It's locked up
Close.
in here now. Yeah, so Kat, for folks who might not know who you are, would you mind just kind of giving a little intro to who you are, and feel free to shamelessly plug away anything.
For sure. So my name's Kat. I'm a developer relations engineer at Storyblok. I've been there for about a year. Um, and let's see. I am going to do a talk at Render ATL. So if you're going to be there, say hi. If you're going to log in and like watch from stream, say hi there too. I don't know, that's like actually all that's been going on for me lately. I've just been like preparing for this talk. It's my very first one and I'm like so
Oh, no way.
excited about it. Oh my
No,
gosh.
that's cool. No,
Yeah.
that's super cool. Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned it to you, but I'm gonna be at Render ATL. So, uh, I, I believe it or not, because I don't know. People think I've been to like a ton of conferences. I've never really been to any conferences. I mean, I've been to conferences online since the pandemic,
Mhm.
but like before that, I don't really count it. But I went to this Sitecore, which is a is CMS too. Maybe I shouldn't bring that up, but
Oh, that's fine.
but I used to work in .NET, and I went to this conference years ago. I used to work in .NET, so
Mhm.
and I went basically because it was in New Orleans, but I wasn't really interested in the conference, and I didn't really participate so much. We were kind of there for work, and aside from that, I really haven't been to any conferences. So and all of a sudden now I'm going to Remix Conf in May, and
Nice.
now I'm going to Renter ATL. So I'm just super excited to meet folks in person, like
Mhm.
including yourself, because prior to the pandemic, I don't know about yourself, but I didn't really hang out with people online. Like, I mean, I definitely, the pandemic kind of kickstarted just like really normalizing just talking to anybody on the internet.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but anyways, I'm super excited, and that's so cool that you're giving a talk there.
Mhm.
Do you, can you spill the beans on what it is yet, or are you gonna save it until we get there? Or
Yeah, actually, so since I'm going to be streaming it like starting next week, my
okay,
process on how to create the talk, it's going to
okay,
be refactoring your first JavaScript project to React. So
okay.
vanilla JavaScript to React, pretty much.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's going to
cool,
be like
cool.
my game that I made for the first time with JavaScript refactored into React. So that's going to be really fun. I
Okay.
actually so it actually involves, do you remember those weird like faces? Um, they're called cow emojis or cow emojis.
Yeah, I've
Like
seen those. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I have to convert those to what is it? What's that image? SVGs because they're
Okay.
not screen reader friendly.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. No, I think that sounds like it's gonna be a great talk. It's because a lot of, at least from what I've seen, because like there's been a lot of uh, like I'm in a bunch of communities, and I've definitely spoken to a lot of folks that are just starting out in web development, or people coming from boot camps and stuff. And
Hmm.
a lot of times, they're learning React, which I understand why. There's a lot of jobs in React, but
Hmm.
I think it's great that you can kind of go back and not so much get back to basics, but kind of dig into the more fundamental things, because I think some folks, not that they necessarily think that React is web development, like like that's what it is, uh, but it'll just be interesting, I think, for folks to see like, okay, so JSX doesn't exist in the browser, like I have to do HTML, I have to attach my JavaScript to like for click events and stuff. And
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
I think that'll be great. And that's awesome. You're giving that at Render ATL.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm actually giving my first conference talk too. Um,
Really? Oh my gosh.
I can't be there in person, unfortunately, but there's a conference going on in Berlin called Node Congress, and so I'm going to be giving that talk virtually on April 17th. I'm going to be talking about Fresh. It's a new full stack framework for Dino. So I'm excited about that. Like I've given talks before and stuff, but never like a conference talk. It's always been like I've done some meetups. I've definitely given talks for like Collab Lab or like my virtual coffee community and some like other events like for Hacktoberfest, but it's never been an actual conference talk. So I'm pretty excited about it. So
that is so hype. Oh my gosh. Yay, first talk year.
yeah, here we go. Let's do it.
Looks like Sylvia in the chat is also giving her first talk there. So congrats to you too, Sylvia.
Hey, Sylvia.
I hope it's not like at the same time.
I don't think it is. She's giving it at Node Congress as well. I'm not sure what time yours is at, Sylvia, but mine's on April 17th. I have to check the schedule. I think it's early in the morning. But that's cool. I'm guessing, are you going to be talking about, I'm assuming you're going to be talking about Stack Blitz, Sylvia, or maybe web containers?
It'll be a little bit delayed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's what she works in. So,
okay, cool.
So no, that's cool. So first time conference speakers everywhere. All right, that's cool.
So
awesome. So I have no segue from that, but yeah. So you were mentioning you work at Storyblok, and we're gonna take a peek at Storyblok today. And I can definitely say for myself, I've actually never touched Storyblok. So this is like literally brand new for me, like super fresh. I created an account yesterday, like you asked me to, and like that's as far as I've gotten. So I guess before we start talking about Storyblok, could you maybe in your own words kind of summarize what is Storyblok?
Sure. We're a headless CMS, but what makes it special is our visual editor. So you can actually see what you're editing, all the content that you want to fix and post and stuff like that. You could see right in front of your face, and your content creators can easily like upload pictures, edit the text without bothering the developers. And then developers have like the flexibility of choosing what language they want to code in, any backend stuff they want to connect to it. Any webhooks they want to connect as well. You can deploy out of anywhere. We love Netlify. We like Vercel. So it's freedom, complete freedom for a developer.
No, that's great that it's platform agnostic, and I hear Netlify is not too bad.
It's not too bad.
No, but there's a lot of great platforms out there, so that's great that you can use it anywhere. And I didn't realize you could use your own. You can basically use your own language, like whatever you're comfortable with, to pull it in. Because I guess you have SDKs. Is that why? Or?
Yeah, we have different teams in charge of SDKs. So our DevRel team is actually in charge of our SDKs, and we constantly update them. We're working on updating our React one and our Vue one, especially because of the new updates. Because of Next.js 13 and then Vue 3 or Nux 3. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Cool. I've got a mutual on Twitter. Terry, he's saying he can't type in the comments in Twitch. He's saying he's gonna create an account. I guess he didn't realize you couldn't comment without having a Twitch account. But no, that's cool. Yeah, I think Terry was in the Collab Lab. Like I wasn't in the Collab Lab, but I've been a mentor there and just kind of helping out wherever I can. So I think Terry was a mentor last cohort, can't remember, but cool. Yeah, well, we'll see you in the chat soon, Terry, I guess. So that's super cool. And I didn't realize you could visualize it, like you were saying. There's one thing to have like the actual content that you can access, but I did not know that there was like a visualizer where I guess you can see it in real time, kind of as you make changes. Is that it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So if we were to get started, I can switch this over to pairing view here for a second,
Cool.
or not a second, for most of the stream. Cool. So, okay, I'm going to go back to Storyblok here, or not sure. There we go. Okay, so here's Storyblok. I dropped the link to it in the chat for folks if they want to check it out. So as I mentioned, and it looks like you've got a lot of big clients here too.
Yep.
I'm just looking. Netflix, yeah, I've heard of them.
Who that?
Yeah, I used to work at Autodesk, so and they're a very large company, so that's cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So I created an account. I'm not going to go through that process, but I believe I do it with my GitHub account. I can't remember what I did it with. I did it late last night. I think I might have just created an account instead of using GitHub. I can't remember. Okay, but I've created the account and I'm logged in now. And there was a step I skipped yesterday where, and I'll zoom this in a bit. I skipped creating a space because I wasn't really sure what that was exactly. So, and when I spoke to you in DMs yesterday, you said, yeah, no worries. So this is, I guess, is this the first thing I see as a new person to Storyblok? Okay.
Yes, it's completely blank slate.
Okay.
I haven't seen this screen in so long, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, you start out with a completely blank slate. So space is actually where like your content, I like to call them content repositories because it could be like, it could be your project, it could be your website, it could be anything you want it to be. It could just be like a little database where you like hold your content.
Yeah.
Totally
Okay,
fine.
cool.
But yeah.
I was gonna say in the chat, somebody's just saying, "Hey, Winter Mute 21, saying, Cat Ballar is streaming again." So
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's somebody you know.
Yeah. He's a regular in my on my my own stream. So hello.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and we got B1 Mind here, just saying hello to everybody. It's nice seeing a bunch of folks join us. Okay, yeah, so we end up here, and I'm like, okay, I want to use Storyblok. So I guess where do we start?
Go ahead and click that button in the middle. I think it says new space.
Yeah.
It says new space.
Is it a little fuzzy for you in the screen I'm sharing?
A little bit, but I think it's totally fine.
Okay, let me just check that real quick because I might. It's weird. I have like super fast internet, and I never understand why people have trouble seeing it sometimes. So it should be streaming okay. Okay, well, hopefully, if not, I can read you through what's going on. So yeah, so I've got my options here. So I can create a new space, like a brand new one, or I can use an example space. What do you recommend going with?
New space, because the example space is actually, it'll spin up like a Storyblok team made website that you could just explore all of the features of Storyblok on the content creator side.
Okay.
We do have not necessarily access to the repo for the example space, but I don't want to mess with that.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. Cool. So I'm just gonna give a name here. I just said stream with Cat. And then the other option I'm given here is I need to pick server location. I'm in Canada, so I guess I'll pick US.
Yes, you just have to for that you just have to put in an extra parameter in the app.js
Okay.
setup. So
are you
I'll show
talking about
later.
once we're in the framework later, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and create this.
Yay.
All right, so okay, I will continue with trial for now. I imagine, can we demo most things with the trial today? Is that
yes, most things?
okay.
Yes.
Cool. Also, that's nice. Oh, that's a generous trial, 14 days. So that's pretty good. 2 weeks to just kind of figure out if it's for me. Cool. Okay, so I know you said the screen might be a little fuzzy for you, so I can read through the steps here. So it's created the space, and now it's saying get a local copy. So I can run the npx command to create the demo. Is that what I guess that's what I want to do next?
You could if you want, or you could actually. So I'm gonna let me see. That I think would create npx Storyblok create demo. I've actually never tried doing that. I've only like tried doing the steps that are in the tutorials. So
Okay, well, we can do that. That's all good.
Okay.
So from the tutorial, what should we do then?
Let's see. So actually, I'm gonna have you go to, what was that one? The one in the middle, not dashboard, under dashboard. I forgot what it's called.
Content.
Content. Yeah, I'm gonna have you go to
Yeah.
content and see what's there first. Okay, you
Okay,
got a home page. Okay, you only got a home page. Can we go to a block library?
Yeah.
All right, so we set you up with like a bunch of blocks to just experiment with. So we'll set that up for you in the code, so it'll have like a 1-to-1 equivalent to that.
Okay.
Okay.
And I guess the first question I have is, so I'm guessing here, but is a block like this is a piece of content that would be on my website somewhere? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's essentially like the building block of your project.
Okay. Hence the name Storyblok, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Tom, if you're watching, I'm watching you. I met the CEO at SaaStr last year. And then I met up with him again at Jamstack, and he's like super chill, super nice. And my whole team's like super awesome.
Yeah, no, I have a few of your teammates were mutuals on Twitter. Yeah, no, everybody seems pretty awesome there. It's cool. Okay, so we've got these 4 blocks that we get by default to just help us get up and running. So I guess where should I go next? Should I like click on a block, or what should we do next?
Not just yet. So let's go to settings actually. So we'll have we'll retrieve like your token, and then let's go to access tokens.
Okay. Before I do that, are these like should I not show them?
You should probably not show them.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just wanted to check.
We'll click on access token later.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely get it later then. But I can move it off screen, so that's all good. I'm just laughing because I had Andrew Brandt when I was working at Dev2. Still, we did a stream, and he's big into cloud stuff, and he was he had me do these things in AWS, and I was so vigilant about like copying the API keys off the screen, and then I came back to the screen, and like if you just go through the history in your command line, like if you just press up or something, it'll show what the last thing was. So I accidentally exposed it, and I did it like 3 times, and I was like, so sorry. It wasn't a big deal. It was just more funny than anything. But anyways. Okay, cool. Okay, so so we're in the settings now. So we'll grab the access token later, like you said. So I guess what should we get up to next then?
Actually, let's go to our go back to was it the content folder or the content tab, and then go click on home. It'll show you how to like set it up, set up the visual editor.
Okay.
Oh, this is new. This is a nice little load.
Yeah, I guess the onboarding, it's something you haven't seen in a while, maybe?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while because I've been working on a project since December, and I think this is actually like super new. Like,
okay. Okay, so I'll just click through these real quick just so folks can see. So just kind of guides you on what everything is here. And there. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so
oh my god,
so this is the
access token. Dang it. Let's see. Go ahead and scroll down.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. No worries. I mean, honestly, it's a trial version. I guess worst case, people will try and use it, and if it gets used too many times, it just expires, I guess. Or
yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So, okay, so set up a
Usually
preview.
it would like give you, okay, the preview URL. All right, let's actually set that up too. So
Okay.
we can actually go to, let's see how I want you to do this. Let me look at my notes.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes, the ultimate tutorial. So we're gonna actually, so can I put in the chat like the ultimate tutorial that we're following?
Yeah, for sure. That'd be helpful for others too. So
There we go.
yes, Sylvia's saying you all have the best team.
Yeah, we met her at Next.js Conf, and that was really fun. She was awesome.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Did you drop that in Twitter or in the Twitch chat? I'm trying to see.
I'm not sure which chat this is.
Oh no, I see where you dropped it. Hold on a sec. That's our private chat. Gotcha.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I just have like whenever you're streaming, it's like I have Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube open, so I'm like constantly checking things. But I'm gonna drop it in the Twitch chat for folks if they're curious about the tutorial.
Awesome.
And I'll just pop it into YouTube as well.
Cool,
okay.
Cool.
I can load that up real quick here.
Yeah.
Just so we can see.
And
okay.
Funny enough, Facundo, the author, is in the chat. So thanks, Facundo.
Thanks, Facundo. Okay, so add a headless CMS to Next.js in 5 minutes. Cool. Okay, so I guess we'll go to see what we've done here. Okay, so do you want me to go ahead and create a Next.js app right away?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I just got to get out of my work stuff here.
Yeah, my background's kind of like funky because like this is super new, but my background ended up being too short on the side. So I'm like, well, it covers most of the mess.
Okay. Cool. So I'm just using create next app here. This is just nothing to do with Storyblok. This is just Next.js stuff. I'm pretty comfortable in TypeScript. Should I pick that or just stick with JavaScript for now? Or
TypeScript's good. Yeah, you can do that. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just say yes to all the things here. Yeah, so this is just take a sec. This is just Next.js setting up, and then I'll just open that up. So that's basic Next.js. And folks in the chat, just let me know if you can see the screen well enough. I zoomed in a bit, but I'll zoom in one more just to. Okay, so we've got the Next.js site running. So if I run npm run dev. Cool. So right, so we got our Next.js site up and running. That's good. Okay, cool. All right, so okay, so now it's saying we need to install Storyblok for React, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And like you were saying before, okay, yeah, Wintermute saying the visuals are good. I have 10 gigabit fiber, so I can see everything well. Okay, wow, that's pretty impressive. I thought I had good internet. I got upgraded to fiber, which ended up being cheaper than what I was paying before for slower internet. And but I have 1 gigabit upload download, which is pretty awesome. But you have 10 gigabit. That's kind of like mind blowing. That's like
mega.
You know. Okay, cool. So we've got Storyblok installed for React. Okay. And okay, and then we can run. Okay, I'll just go ahead and rerun next again. And let's come back here. Okay, so we're up and running still. I don't think much else changed. Okay, so all right, so that we've got Next.js up. Okay, so now it's saying we need to connect Storyblok and enable the visual editor. I guess this is what you were talking about before with the token?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'll just copy this and let's come down here. Okay, and Storyblok init. And I'll get my token. I'm just gonna preview token. Okay, cool. I'll just paste it in, even though we've already seen it. But it's the token that was on the other page before.
Yes.
That one, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess at this point it doesn't matter because people have already seen it. So
it's just like it's hack into the site already. Just kidding.
Okay, and just a quick question. So this is like for rendering the page in Next.js, but it's okay to just initialize it outside of that, right?
Yes. That's
okay, cool.
how it's set up.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna close that just so we don't have to keep showing the API token, except it's right there too. Okay, so at this point, okay, so I've got the site set up. Does that mean that I should be able to connect to the visual editor if I refresh now, or?
Not quite yet. So actually go back to your code. Since I don't know if you put the region actually. So in Storyblok, in it, right under the things that you copied and pasted on the tutorial, there's a hint box, and then it says for spaces created in the United States, you have to set the region parameter accordingly, and it'll give you API options.
Okay, just like this.
Let me see. Oh, actually, instead of region, put API options, and it'll be API capital O for options.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and then within that there's the curly braces, and it'll be region and then the US.
Okay, cool. Let's close that. Okay. Yeah, I've got Copilot and TypeScript helping me here. Nice. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. So we've got a region, and do you always need to set the region, or if it's EU, does it default to EU, or?
If it's EU, it defaults to EU, so you don't have to set the region, but for US, you have to.
Okay, cool. Just drinking some coffee because I did not have enough caffeine today. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got that all set up. So if I come back here now, or should I go back to the tutorial?
Go back to the tutorial because we're going to set up our index page actually, so that it'll actually show up.
Okay, so also this is a great tutorial. One, I like the visuals, and also I like these hint sections. It's really nice. So just shout out to, you said it was Facundo?
Yeah, Facundo.
Okay, yeah, shout out to you, Facundo. Cool. Okay, so yeah, so it's saying, okay, so the API is all initialized. Now it's saying we need to create a new space, which I believe we've already done.
We already did that. I usually do it the other way around. So I create my space first and then I go to the code.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so we've done that. Space settings under access tokens. Add the token. Okay, yeah, we could put it. Generally, you should put it in a .env file, but I just kind of didn't bother with that because people have already seen the token. And but okay, cool. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got all that. I guess keep on going down here for fetching the data, or is there something else up here I need to do first?
Fetching data sounds good. Yeah, just scroll down. Yeah. There you go. So we're going to go to index.js, and then you're just going to copy all of that and replace everything that's already in index.js.
Okay, cool. Close that, and let's go for index. Okay. Might complain about some things because of TypeScript, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Cool. All right, so that's all there. Okay, so if I save that, okay, now go back to the development server in the browser, or?
Yeah, we'll like take a peek at what it looks like right now.
Okay, so it's lots going on in here so far.
So much.
Yeah.
If you check on Storyblok itself, you'll see. Just refresh it.
Okay.
Change the URL actually.
Oh yeah. To my localhost, I guess.
Yeah. So add, change preview links. It'll be your location.
And I guess one question I have too is when you're getting started, you can just keep your local development environment for as long as you want here for the visual editor until you, I imagine once you go live, that's when you can kind of say oh, I gotta put a front slash. Hold on a sec. But basically, once you're kind of ready to go to production and stuff, Oh, I know what I did wrong. Sorry, I put HTTPS. That's my fault. Since it's localhost, that won't work. Okay.
There we go. So it'll have you set something else up after
that. Okay.
That's the thing I was.
Okay. Okay. So this here is just going to allow us to have an SSL certificate locally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Let me just copy all this here. Good old brew. Just move this over. Okay, and I'm just gonna, while that's going on, I'm just gonna copy the other commands. Give this a second here. Yeah, no, that's cool that you can run it with. I guess the reason you're forcing it, because a lot of folks sometimes, most of my development, I'll do, with localhost without HTTPS. But is there a reason you enforce it for local development?
Another reason? I forgot. I don't know. Facundo, can you tell us why? Yeah. I forgot why. I think it was something about the EU and enforcing more security on products and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and run this. But I'm just gonna run all these things here.
Just copying and pasting.
Yeah, welcome to the copy paste show. Okay, cool. All right, so HTTPS. Okay, all right, so that's done, and we should be good. So now if I refresh, it should be good.
Oh, change your URL one more time to HTTPS.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Yep.
All right. There. What's HTTPS? Let me just check what it's saying. Yeah. Do we get copy paste keyboards? Yeah. The Cassidy Williams will be shipping out the Stack Overflow copy paste. Okay. I think I have to use this URL. This one. I think this will fix it. I'm not getting an error now. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, that's my bad.
That's okay.
Cool. All right. Okay, so that's good. The home page doesn't exist because it's an index. I guess we need to create.
Actually, go ahead and click the slider icon up in the top. What was it? Not the slider icon. What was it called? It's right in the middle. They have that one.
Okay, cool.
And then scroll all the way down.
Probably
go scroll all the way down to real. What was it like? Real path and put a slash. Yeah.
Okay.
And then save that out.
There we go. Okay, cool. So just to drill that point home, so we have the Next.js app here, which is the live site and local development. But if we want to start building out when we want to start building out content, I can come in here and start visualizing it. but I can also still work on my site, like if I'm changing layout or adding stuff, so I can kind of do both things at the same time. Okay, cool. All right, hey Josh, yeah, hooray for a 404, hooray,
Not a 404.
yeah. No, Josh is good people. I was on his stream yesterday, and it's kind of funny because I hadn't anticipated it, but I forgot I had a dentist appointment in the morning, so I went to the dentist, and so like half my face was still kind of frozen when I went on the stream,
No.
and I whatever they froze me with, I think it froze half my brain because like Josh was giving some very clear instructions at one point, and my brain was just like a goldfish at that point. I was like, doo, 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 doo. So,
nice.
anyways, cool.
Best place to be during a stream.
Yeah, exactly. You're live and everybody's watching. Cool. Okay, so at this point we're set up. So we have the visual editor enabled. So I guess what's the next step here?
So as you can see on the right hand side, you already have like blocks set up for you, but they're not showing up. That's because we didn't like set them up in the code just yet. So we're gonna make those blocks.
Okay, cool. All right, so I guess come back to the page in Next.js.
And you're actually going to create like a new folder called components.
Okay.
And then we're going to make page, teaser, grid, and feature.
Is it page like this? Capital.
Oh, no. Page.js, teaser.js, etc.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then actually capitalize it, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, because it's a React component. Yeah, good call. Oh, oh yeah, no, I'm in the right place. What happened to my thing here? Okay, I'll just create it here, save that. That should be there. Okay, let me just capitalize that. So page.js, and then you said
teaser.js.
Oh, I'll put TSX because it's TypeScript, but they should both work anyways. But okay, cool. And what was the last one?
Grid and one more feature.
Okay. Nice. So we got that.
We'll go back to the tutorial, and there's already like pre-made components for you.
Cool. All right, so that's the page.
Okay. Scroll down a bit.
Okay. Oh, basically everything you told me to do was in the tutorial. So we looked at the real path and stuff. We just weren't looking at it. Okay. So here's the page.js. Yeah, chaos, Josh. Yeah. That's just me. That's classic. Oh, you didn't read what it actually tells you to do. Okay. Again, the squigglies are just because of TypeScript, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. We won't put in the. I'm assuming there are types for Storyblok for TypeScript, or
I believe there are. I haven't explored it too deeply just yet. I will be.
Okay.
But I believe there are.
Mind you, the things here, like the block here, that's just a prop, and well, there probably is some types, but okay, so that's the page, and then let's do the teaser. Oops. It would be there. Okay, and then the grid. And feature. All right, cool. So I've got those. And so these are all components. And then I imagine at this point, we'll probably pull them into our index page.
Let's see. We're going to pull it actually into the app page. So,
oh, okay. Yeah. Here. Okay.
Because we're going to, yeah, exactly. That.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to just copy this part here because we already have the Storyblok init and stuff. So if I come back to the app with our beautifully exposed access token that people saw at the beginning of the stream, so it just doesn't matter anymore. Okay. So we got the components there. Oh, I got to add it to the Storyblok init as well. Okay. Okay, so I'll save that. And let's see, what else does it say to do now? Okay, so now it's saying in the index.js, let's include the Storyblok component in our return function. Okay.
That's very bottom.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right. You know what? I'll just copy the whole thing here. All right. That's in the index. And was that? Okay, that's just in the function itself. I don't need to mess around with the static props. Hold on a sec here. So it's really just this I need. Yeah, I've already got that, so we don't need this. Again, don't worry about the squiggly red stuff. I just don't have the types. Okay, so I've done all that. Okay, and then, so now it's saying I should be able to come back to the live view and I should see that?
Yes.
Okay. Woo! Nice. Okay,
there it
cool.
is. And then there's like a feature of Storyblok where go ahead and mouse over like feature 1, feature 2. So you we haven't actually like initialized the visual editor features just quite yet. So if you scroll down like a little bit further to the tutorial, we can do that. Because eventually you'll be able to rearrange those features.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, because like there's like like basically kind of we can modify the placeholder area. Is that kind of okay?
Exactly.
Cool. All right. So
this is just to add like Tailwind and stuff, but I don't think we need it right now.
Yeah, it might not look as good as the actual tutorial without Tailwind, but that's okay. We can do some nice stuff if not. Okay, so this is in teaser. So let's come here. Okay, that didn't change anything. That's literally just adding Tailwind. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was something different in there. Okay, so
scroll down to enabling visual editor in live preview.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna load a hook.
Okay.
All right.
So we want this and import hooks. Okay. Cool. And then that's just the function. Okay, so let's go back to index. And let's do this again. And I'm just going to close the sidebar. Okay, so I'm just going to paste this right again. Okay, and it's going to complain about those already existing. So I'll just get rid of the double imports. Okay, so yeah, before we go on, I guess, so what we pasted in here is we're using the use Storyblok state hook now. And so what does this give us exactly, the hook, in terms of story stuff?
It like connects it to like so like the what's it called, like an event listener, so that like whenever you like move your stuff, it'll like listen to it and then, oh hey, you moved it up one, so I'll just move it up one here. So that's like the very basics of it.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Okay, so let's come back here. Anything else to look in the tutorial before we go back to the visual editor, or?
No, actually, I think you're good.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Now I see. We've got some things lighting up here. Okay.
So I think if you like click in a grid on the right hand side, or just click on the feature.
Yeah.
You can, on the left hand side of those blocks, you'll see like the 6. Are those 6 dots?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just drag it by the 6 dots.
Okay.
Up and down the Don't drag it into the visual editor. Just drag it up and down.
Oh, okay. The order. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So as you can see, like it updates like in real time.
Okay. So yeah, just to drive that point home. So we have a grid area, and within that grid area, we have a few features, and then we can just change the order, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you can like click into those blocks and like edit the text. So you can click it. You can actually click it on the visual editor as well. And you'll see the same thing. Yeah.
Cat is awesome. Okay, cool. All right, and if we do one here, story. Yeah, you said I can edit here, right?
Oh no, not in there. Only on the
okay,
side.
Here.
On the side. Yeah.
Okay, Storyblok is. Nope. There we go. Okay, cool. And then I can come. We kind of have a breadcrumb up here of just like the hierarchy, I guess. So like if I come back to grid, it brings me back and stuff. And okay, cool. Yeah, I guess one question I have is, so like if we come back to like if talking about the areas, so like the grid here, like I could obviously add some more JSX in my grid component and basically decide where the features go.
You could.
Okay. Like I could still reorder them, but like would the JSX I write like I don't know, like if for example I wanted to put each feature in a container, could I do that? Or
let's see. So if you wanted to put each feature like in another container, I think you would actually have to create like another block, like another block for that container, and then have that block's what's it called? Children, I guess, be another block. So it would be like featured.
Okay. But I probably didn't explain myself well. Sorry. No, I get what you're saying, but like I could do this, for example, because it's just JSX, and then like like this, and then if I come back, okay, of course I broke something. H2. Oh, there we go. That's just me not closing it. What did I do wrong? Missing key oh yeah. That's key. Thank you, React. Key equals. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a horrible key name. I'm just gonna say date.now for now. And let's just put that in a string. But yeah, like what I was getting at was like you can basically do whatever you want in the JSX, and then like you can just put the Storyblok components wherever you want. So like if I come back here, now they're all H2s, for example, or yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. You could put like anything really. Yeah, you can make it a list. You can. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. No, and this is great. So like there's like the HTML structure, and I can style it however I want. And then there's like the clear separation of like, this is the actual content.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry if I'm saying the obvious. I'm just kind of, I'm repeating it back just so it's sinking in for me. So
yeah, you're good. You're learning.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Okay, cool. All right, so I guess should we go back to the tutorial now?
Yeah, I think like the rest of the tutorial is like choosing what kind of rendering you would like to do. So you could do server-side rendering. By default, I think we do like what is it? Not server-side, like client-side rendering, but it's another one. Incremental or something like that. Incremental.
Yeah, ISR, incremental static regeneration. Yeah. So yeah, because this has nothing to do with Storyblok. It's just the Next.js stuff. But so it's using the get static props. So when we deploy the site, it'll generate the pages ahead of time, and then they can refresh after. Here it looks like every hour it'll refresh. So like if you change the content and stuff, and okay, cool, yeah. But you're like you were saying though, if you want, you can do server-side rendering as well. It's kind of out of the scope of Storyblok, but like it just mentioning that you can render it however you want, basically.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
We give you choices.
Yeah.
We give you
exactly.
freedom.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just the rest of the tutorial. And then like the rest of it, like you can add more stuff, like a menu, a dynamic menu,
Okay.
You know, other stuff like images, image blocks, and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it was a really fast like setup, and then everything else is just like icing on the cake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, for sure. And like getting back to the visual editor, I I like that you can see it in real time. That's like kind of like a killer feature.
Mhm.
Because like I mean, as a developer, it's one thing, but I imagine like obviously the people that are probably working on the site, like the content, they're typically not going to be developers. Like maybe some are, but this like me as the dev will have built the site. I've set up Storyblok for them. We might have some initial content like we have here, but then it's somebody from marketing that'll probably come in and then they'll go like, okay, well, I need to update the feature in the list. I need to move things around. And at that point, it's really more for them, the visual editor. I mean, like I said, devs can still use it obviously, but is that kind of like, I guess like who's the main persons that's typically using the visual editor?
Definitely the content creator.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the marketers, the ones that are just like, I don't want to touch code. Let me just do my thing.
Okay. Okay. And okay, so we're in preview mode now here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and save it.
Yeah, save.
Okay, so it updated it for me, and
Actually, that preview up there is like, so if you click on it, it'll give you like a preview, a URL for
oh, okay,
to share to your team. Like, hey, this is the status of it without logging into Storyblok.
okay, so yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool.
Mm.
All right, no, so that's neat. And then obviously, like when we're ready to, there's like a workflow in terms of publishing it. So like I can say
Mhm.
it's a draft or it's published. What the other things in here, like draft JSON or publish JSON,
Mhm.
is that if somebody wants to get the content in JSON format, or what is
Yes.
that exactly? Okay.
Yeah, it's if you want to get the content in JSON format. I usually use it to like what's it called to uh, debug. I guess it's just like, why isn't this showing up? What is it? How nested is this?
Okay. Yeah,
I
yeah,
use it
yeah.
that way.
But I guess this is nice too in the JSON format because like the marketing people can still, edit the actual content, and then maybe they'll tell developers, well, like here's the published JSON. So like in your, in some kind of asynchronous thing, you can does it mean I can like basically call like a Storyblok API, which is returning the JSON? Is that what its use is, or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we give you two tokens. We give you the
Okay.
public token, which is your published JSON, and then like the private token, which like addresses both, but the
Okay.
public one only like addresses the published, whatever's published.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's really nice because it's one thing to like have the pages rendering with the content, but I'll be honest, I haven't used the CMS in a long time, so I think it's pretty cool that you just have like like you get the JSON as well.
Mhm.
I don't know if other competitors do that too already or not, but
I'm
I'm a
not
bit out of
sure.
touch with the CMS landscape. So
For sure, for sure. I'm
yeah,
I'm not sure either because I've been working with Storyblok for a year. So it's
yeah.
just like, whatever. Competition's whatever.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, for sure. And I'm just kind of poking around here. So if I come to the page history, we can see what changed and stuff.
Mhm.
And I guess it looks like, okay, that's what I was going to ask. So you can kind of revert things to like, oh no, we messed up that thing, so let's republish the version we did like at last night or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So like every time you save, it creates a new draft in there.
okay, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, that's cool. And then so this is only like we've only done one page for now. So
Mhm.
so like in an actual site, like obviously we wouldn't just have the home page. So would the flow always be you need to create the page in the app first and stuff? Because like if we come here, Yeah, that's that particular page there. But like, I'm trying to remember. I think I might have missed it at the beginning. Like, say I add another page here. How do
Mhm.
I how do I let like the Next.js app itself or whatever we're using for our website know like connect this? This is the home page. So like for the index page, like I might have missed that. You know, like if we created a new page like page 2 or something, which is a
Mhm.
terrible name. Um, uh, let me open up this here. Like I'm okay. That's okay. I missed it. Okay, so there's a slug. So that's where the
Mhm.
connection happens. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then so that's just a convention, and then so as long as we know, like I could create another page and say the slug's home, and it would still load the home page. So
Mhm.
okay,
Exactly.
okay. Um, okay, and I'm just kind of poking around here. I know we finished the tutorial, so but I'm just kind of poking around here. So this is like if we
Yeah,
come in the
feel free.
block library, we have some predefined ones here. So these are the ones, like you said, that we just created from the tutorial. But
Mhm.
if this was like my company, this is where I could find like literally all the different kinds of content blocks that people have made.
Yes, this is where essentially where like all of your blocks live. It's your building blocks of your project, and
Okay.
yeah, so you could like rearrange. Like if you click on grid,
Hmm.
uh, oh, actually, that's not a good one. Click on feature because that one's more
Okay.
broken down, I believe.
Uh,
It's just text.
okay. They're all
They all
text.
just
Yeah.
they all just include text. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can actually like if you click on that AB icon on in the
Okay.
there, and then click on field type under field type,
Oh, okay. And then this is
you
where
can
we can
see the
get different
variety of
things.
field types we got. Hmm.
Okay. No, this is really nice. So and to kind of drive this point home too, like I'm picking these things here. This is not code that's in my actual site. Like I mean, there's the Storyblok component,
Hmm.
but the Storyblok component is like if I change this to text area
Hmm.
and save them back to field. So like if I come back to if I close this, if does that make does that automatically convert the okay, it's a text area here now. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. But like I guess my main point is like if we come back to the code, like nothing changed in the code. Like I changed the type in Storyblok, but in the code, all it's saying is, okay, you're on the index page. I just have this Storyblok component and I'm gonna inject whatever the content is.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it gets like whatever the content is, and then it just displays it.
Okay. Cool. And I'm just picking around of looking at
Yeah.
all the things here. The view app directory. Okay, so these are just kind of like add-ons kind of that you can add
Yeah.
to things?
Yeah, click on all and you'll see
Okay.
all everything that we offer.
Okay.
And then you can make your own. Um,
Okay,
there's
yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was gonna ask.
yeah, you
Okay,
can
so
definitely make your own. Right now, it's you can make your own with Vue or yeah, Vue, but we're gonna open it
okay.
up to other languages as well. So
Okay,
be on
cool,
the
cool.
lookout for that.
There's this is a side note, but like I'm guessing it's Vue only right now because Storyblok's built with Vue. Is that why?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I
Yeah, there's
I'm like 99% sure it's that one, that reason.
there's a really super interesting project called uh give me one second here. I feel like my brain's still frozen from the dentist yesterday. Um, mitosis.
Mm,
So
yeah.
it's I got a chance to hang with the developer on my stream last year. It's a
Mhm,
project from the people that are building the framework called Quick from a company called Builder. And this mitosis project, what it does is you can write your component in like say Vue and you can actually convert it to React, or you could write a component in React and convert it to Vue. And I'm just throwing that idea out there because like, you know, maybe I'm a React dev, but I don't know Vue. And if like
mhm.
if only Vue supported right now, you could still write your component in React, but then you could have it generate Vue and then like maybe submit it. So just
Yeah.
throwing that out there.
That's really cool. I need that now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, after the stream I can send you the link to it just if you
Yeah.
want to check it out or pass it on to the engineering team.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know how new the project is, but I feel like it would be a great use case for like just like somebody's comfort or like I'm comfortable in Svelte, but you know, now I want to publish it to Storyblok, so run it through mitosis and then boom, you get your thing there. So that could be kind of neat. But I like how there's like a ton of things in here already. Like there's deployment platforms, like I see Vercel, Netlify,
Mhm.
but there's also like the color picker and stuff. So there's a lot of things that like me as the developer wouldn't have to do necessarily because I can just tell like the marketing or the content creation people like just go ahead, drop a color picker in, and then go from there. So
Mhm.
that's pretty cool.
Very
Um,
helpful.
yeah. Okay. Cool. And are these things like are these tools to be used only in the visual editor, or would they? Well, I mean, the deployment things would be to deploy it, but
Mhm.
like clipboard history or the color picker, is that really only when you're in the visual editor, or is this something like for the actual live application to like like once the site's deployed? Like, would I be able to use the slider in there, or is the slider really for when I'm building the content for the site that goes live?
It's for building the content. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, like for instance, the color picker would actually be like a field type, and then
Oh,
it would
okay,
like
okay.
appear in the field.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
All right, I think I got lost here. Is this where we were?
We
Um,
were, I think.
oh yeah, we're here.
Yes, they were home.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
and a side note, I love the logo, and I just like the because I did a lot of front end when I worked at Dev too, so it's just a really nice site. Just wanted to
Mhm.
call out
Thank you.
whoever designed it or built it.
Yeah, good
Okay,
product team.
cool. Yeah. I was wondering, is there anything else you wanted to cover here? I know, like, obviously, we
Mhm.
can't learn everything about Storyblok in like in an hour, hour and a half. But
For sure, for sure.
is there any other things you wanted to peek at, or you think we've covered like a pretty good primer? Or
I think we covered like really like like definitely how to get started. Like a really good starting point for everybody. I mean, it's like super fast to set up anyway. So, um,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
no, that was super fast. Like obviously I didn't scroll through the whole tutorial at one point, so you had
Mhm.
to tell me instead of me having read it. But and I guess the only other thing I'd say, like obviously we did it with a Next.js app today. Next.js is
Mhm.
very popular, but there's in terms of React, like I could put this into basically any React based framework. I should be able to use this stuff as well, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then you were saying also there's different SDKs and stuff. So like
Mhm.
and one I guess because Storyblok's built with Vue, I'm sure there's Vue support as well and
There's
stuff.
Vue.
And
Yes,
yeah,
there's
okay.
Vue, and I believe like we have a list of our SDKs somewhere. There's always
Okay.
somebody asking for the list, like who's in charge
Okay.
of what SDK.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can do a quick Google here. Storyblok. Just ask. Well, okay. Okay, so you got a Python SDK.
Mhm.
Okay, there's a few here. Um, but okay, and then there's the API. Okay, and I guess the API here, this is how we would be able to get the JSON content. Is that what that's
Mhm.
for? Okay,
Exactly.
cool. Nice. Well, this has been super cool. Like I said, I haven't used the CMS in a while, so I have a feeling I might need to explore this and just have some fun with it.
Oh, there's a request from Joshua.
Oh yeah, what's he saying?
A/B
Oh yeah.
testing support, optimizely integrations. Ah, first party docs and native integrations. Hello. Let's see. So we don't really have any native A/B testing at the moment. I believe our product we do have like a public roadmap that I can link to people.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. But I imagine like even if it's not native right now, like I know like edge functions, like for example on Netlify you could do A/B testing and stuff. So like
Yeah.
you could have different drafts of something maybe, and like
Hmm.
say, show me the draft when it's this percentage of people or some criteria. But yeah, and I can't remember what's Optimizely again. I can't remember what
It's
that
also
is.
like an A/B testing sort of like
Okay.
thing, like it's SEO
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, it optimizes. Thanks, Josh. I knew
It
I knew he
it
was gonna
optimizes.
I knew he was gonna write that. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me just bring us back here. Well, this has been super cool. I had a lot of fun checking out all this stuff, and like you said, it was pretty easy to get up and running. The tutorial was really great.
Mhm.
Really well written. I love the hints and everything about it. Again, like just I'm also thinking of the visual aspects of the site. It looks really good.
Yay.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to say thanks so much for coming on. I'm sure you're super busy, so I appreciate you taking the time to come hang with me. And I'm super excited that I get to meet you in person at Render ATL.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop some links for folks so they can go read all about you online wherever you are. And I'll just drop the Storyblok site again if folks want to check that out. I guess before we call it a day, anything else you want to say before we hop off?
Um, yeah, it was really like fun to code with you. Finally, like it's been how many
Yeah,
years? Like
yeah,
2 years
it's
since
so
the
wild.
pandemic
Yeah,
started.
yeah, pretty
So
much, pretty
yeah,
much.
so it was really fun, and like I want to do it again. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so check out those links for Cat and Storyblok. Don't forget to give her a follow on Twitter and wherever else. And next week, I'm just going to drop the schedule if folks want to check that out. I'm going to just check it real quick too, because I can't remember who's on next week. All right, who do we got next week? Oh yeah, next week I'm going to be hanging with Mike. I believe I'm saying his last name correctly, Hardington. He's the director of DevRel at Ionic. So another tech I've never touched. So we're going to build something with Ionic, learn about Ionic. So I'm pretty excited about that. So definitely check that out. There's a lot of other great guests on the schedule. So definitely check all those out. And yeah, if you aren't going to Render ATL yet, try and get that ticket. I think they still have tickets left. And
I
come
think I
see
have
Cat
like
live.
a code, like a discount code. I
Oh
think
yeah.
since I'm a
Yeah,
speaker.
no, yeah. If you have that, feel free to drop it in the tweet thread for the stream today. And if folks want to check that out, I'm super excited to go to that conference. One, because like I was saying before at the beginning, I haven't really been to a conference, and there's a lot of great people that are going to be there. So I'm just excited to meet a ton of people that I've only ever really either talked with over Zoom or on Twitter. So
Yes.
I'm looking really forward to it. So cool.
Yay.
All
Sweet.
right. Well, yeah. Yeah. So we'll see you all next week, folks. Thanks again for hanging with us. And Kat, if you don't mind just staying on for 1 sec, and I'll see you all next week, folks.
All right. See you, everybody.